Okay, so now with our combined knowledge and all the discussion we just did looking at those deck lists, let's try to make a Lost Origin tier list with me having zero testing and sporadic help from the chat giving their opinion. So some of these decks, I don't know why they're on here. Some of the decks, I don't know what they do. And there's probably other decks that are missing. I did not make this tier list. So if there's decks missing, we'll just audibly say where they would be. But let's try to get some of the obviously good decks in the tier list first. So we got Giratina, right? Actually, let's make a tier S. Well, add a row above, tier S. S tier. Giratina. Giratina hasn't proven itself yet, so I'm not sure if we'll even have an S tier deck. But Giratina, I think we can put in at least tier 1. I think we can just assume. Right. Ice Rider Palkia, I don't see getting much worse. Palkia V-Star is probably still incredibly good. Where's Lost Zone single prize stuff? Is this Lost Zone single prize stuff? Lost Zone single prize stuff has to be tier 1. It's gotta be. If it's not, I'm making it. I will force it to be tier 1. Is Kyurem on here? Kyurem should be on here. Where in heck is Kyurem? Yeah, here we go. Here's Kyurem. It's Kyurem with a guru, but it's still Kyurem. What do you guys think? Is Kyurem and Ice Rider going to exist at the same time, or will one of these decks just be decided as better than the other? I kind of feel like one of these decks will be decided to be better than the other one. Either Ice Rider or Palkia. Like, I think we'll start them both here, but I think one will stay and one will go down. Arc Pika. Do we have any reason why Arc Pika gets worse? That's what I ask myself about existing decks. Do we have any reason to believe that Arc Pika will not still be good? Maybe it just tosses a Giratina line into the deck and calls it a day. Also, I hear a lot of I hear a lot of Regigigas hope. Tell me why Regigigas is supposed to be better in this set. Now, as much as this hurts me to admit, these are my two favorite decks in the current format, AI and Inteleon Zard. I think AI, AI doesn't like one-shot decks being around. And we're getting one-shot decks. We're getting Kyurem VMAX, we're getting Giratina V-Star. And then Radiant Zard, if the opponent techs a Lost City, you lost. So I think Radiant Zard is going to be better in Lost Zone decks where it is a side strategy and not the whole thing. And I don't think Radiant Zard Inteleon exists looking like it currently does. At least, and also being good. Because I think Radiant Zard is incredible right now. So I'm going to drop it. Like, pre-Lost Origin, it would have been up here. I'm dropping it down there. Pre-Lost Origin, I would also have AI up there, and I'm dropping it down here. I'm not going to move Palkia and Pika, though, because I think they're still just very good decks. Regigigas gets Lucky Energy. Okay, that sounds like hope. Thornton can turn your deck into a toolbox. It also means you're playing Thornton as your supporter for turn. I don't know. Gift energy is the biggest thing. Is it really that big of a deal? I'm going to leave Regigigas in tier 2, and the Regigigas stands can say whatever they would like about that, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, Aerodactyl is not its own deck. Hisuian Arcanine, I don't know. It seems okay. A Thornton Ho-Oh-V box. I'm not actively sure of what Ho-Oh-V even does. That's in the next set though. So yeah, I'm a little behind on that. I'm still preparing for Pokemon Go format for Baltimore. Hisuian Zoroark V-Star. Yeah, I'll give Hisuian Arcanine a tier 3. It has enough similarities with other decks. At the very least, it just goes into Zoroark Stage 1 box. So yeah, I'll give it a tier 3. Hisuian Zoroark V-Star. Any reason to put that higher than tier 2? Like, let it prove itself, but I also don't think it's great. Magnezone Arceus is on here twice. And I wasn't aware, I didn't get the memo that this was going to be a deck. Mew VMAX, either tier 1 or tier 1.5. Maybe 1.5 because there's more single prize stuff that's good. And there's also another Okoer and another potential Okoer. Oh, and Drapion. Yeah. Mew definitely comes down to tier 1.5 at the least. Wait, I don't even want these decks in the same tier as these decks. Let's add another one. Like, I only want decks in tiers if I actually think they're equal strength as the other ones in that tier. Galarian Weezing could be interesting, right? With all of the ability stuff happening. With all of the Comfey, the Cramorant, like Galarian Weezing would just shut all of that right down. Correct? And then you get escape rope, then you lose because you're not playing a real deck. Vigavolt V, I mean, I don't know. Tord played it at Worlds. Does that give it a little bit of a point? I think Memory Capsule becomes awful, probably. Mewtwo v Union Control. I have to try to get my head around that one. Do we have any Mewtwo v Union Control lovers in the chat? So, pre-Lost Origin, I'd say Mewtwo v Union Control is 1 or 1.5. I'm going to put it in I'm going to put it in tier 2. I'm going to drop that down to here. Urshifu and Teleon? Yikes. I don't think it's that great for the Lost Origin format. Could Rayquaza VMAX with Lost Zone package be good? Oh crap. Now my on-screen chat is unreadable. Let me see if this changes. Oh, okay, that's better. We'll just keep the background white. Rayquaza VMAX. I don't know. I don't think Rayquaza VMAX is ever going to see it happen. Hey, Pat, thank you for 26 a month of Twitch subs. Okay, Urshifu did get second in seniors. And it's seniors, but it got there. And I don't think it's bad in current format, but I don't think it's great. We'll put it in 2. We'll put it in 2. Some of these I don't even know what to do with them. Like, Zoroark is fine, but like, I'm so hype on Lost Zone engine stuff. Like, why would I evolve into Zoroark when I could just use Comfey 7 times and then Mirage Gate onto something that's actually broken and use that? I could end up being a Lost Zone Coper, but I'm pretty sure it's busted. I don't even have opinions on the rest of this stuff. I mean, I guess Arcdora is, like, always playable. There's just so much more one-shot potential coming into the format between Kyurem and Giratina V-Star's V-Star attack and then crazy stuff with Mirage Gate. I feel like Arcdora doesn't want those possible risks around. Inteleon Counterbox, I think, will just be worse than Lost Zone Counterbox, but I could be wrong. Zoroark V-Star might end up being better than Urshi, but the thing is, we've already seen Urshi perform, and we know that it's at least decent, whereas Zoroark V-Star right now is all, like, theory for us. I think Zoroark V-Star is, like, good, but I don't think it'll ever go higher than Tier 2. Lost Zone Counterbox? Yeah, that's what I have. That's this. The Cramorant Radiant thing, that's Lost Zone Counterbox. I don't know if you just came in CLS, but we were looking at a whole bunch of Lost Zone Counterbox stuff. I can give you the link in case you missed it. There you go. Yeah, I'm not going to rank the rest of this stuff. I feel like this is pretty good. We'll delete S tier. Don't play this. Probably not a tournament deck. And I don't even know. Everything else in here is, I don't know where I want to put it. I remember this is with zero testing, so it'll be fun to look back at this in a couple of months for me and kind of see where everything ends up.